At this time, Commissioner Johnson is going to lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you again, Lord, for seeing us through the day, Lord, watching over us, help us to make the right decisions for the taxpayers. We thank you for what you do for the people in the community, Lord, to watch over our policemen and our firemen, Lord, and our service people as they protect us. We just thank you in Jesus' name for all you do. Amen.
Amen.
Luke, pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Cutler?
Here.
Chairman Henry?
Here.
Commissioner Long?
Here.
This time, are there any items to add or remove to the agenda? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as is?
So moved. Second.
All in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Has everyone had a chance to look over the minutes from the October 2nd meeting? And so, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor of approving the minutes of the October 2nd meeting, say aye.
Aye.
This time we'll open that to appearances. Would anybody like to speak today? Mr. Patterson?
Okay, George Battersby, District 4. I'd like to welcome the new county manager, for presenting, I believe. What a refreshing thing that is for all of us after the disgraceful one we had that you all hired. It's nice to get somebody with her resume and credentials, bring a little credibility back to Catoosa County. I thought it was interesting at the meeting on September the 3rd, when Chad Young, the county attorney, was up here saying that the 14 days waiting period was over and when Ms. Vaughn was coming to work. And then Mr. Johnson asked him, was she going to get paid the same? Which to me was like asking, are you going to pay a woman the same as a man? I don't know if that's what he meant, but that's how it came out to me. And then Mr. Young said yes, and then he said, well, actually, she's not going to get a car allowance like Jim Walker got, $500 a month car allowance. So actually, she's making $6,000 less a year. And I think you should give her a car allowance. Somebody of that caliber, that credibility, should get a car, and not just the use of a county car when she needs it. She may be south in the county and have to come back and get her car. Give the lady a car. She deserves it. Lucky to get it. Thank you.
Anybody else like to speak? Okay. Moving on to administrative fiscal matters. Kim? Proposed approval of energy services.
Mr. Chairman, Board. The matter before you is the proposed approval of contract to provide legal services to the juvenile court and for guardian and widow services to the juvenile court. We have with us today the two attorneys who actually provide those services for the juvenile court, Adam Cathy and Kevin Sylvie. And as you know, we also have Tammy Harden, who is our juvenile court administrator. The contract went up this term. And the term of the contract is for 1 year. The contract is for $5,000 per month per attorney for providing these contract services. Based on my consultation with Ms. Harden, the traffic, I won't call it traffic, but the burden on the juvenile court has increased that much over this period of time. They've been in court 3 days, 4 days, 3 or 4 days last week, and that continues on. So the contract went up from $4,600 to $5,000, and it is for a period of 1 year.
Do I have a motion?
So we,
Do we have any questions? Yes, sir. All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Skip. Next, we did have Dennis, I believe, Ms. Mullins, application for mitigation grant. Dennis is on hurricane duty or something.
Yeah, he's in plain South Georgia, that was affected by hurricane. Okay, good evening. So as you stated, on behalf of Dennis Thayer, our 911 EMA director, I'm asking for the approval of an EMPG update proposal prepared by GMA. Catoosa County maintains a hazard mitigation plan. This plan is required to be maintained to be eligible to receive federal emergency management funds. This plan is required to be updated every 5 years. The Catoosa County Hazard Mitigation Plan is scheduled to be updated in 2022. The GMA is assisting Catoosa's County Emergency Management Agency with an application for a grant to partially fund the mitigation plan update. So I recommend the county approve the grant application as presented and authorize the signing of all documents related to the grant application process.
Do I have a motion?
so moved. Second.
Do you have any questions? Is this a matching grant or is it any kind?
It does require a 13% match, and I did try to text Dennis. I believe that's going to be, we're going to be able to make that match with in-kind services. And reading through the documentation,
That's the way I.
yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Carl?
I have a proposed approval of final change order and certificate of substantial completion for our stormwater improvements project. This is a change order, unfortunately.
That's why I was trying to look over.
The stormwater improvement project addressed several areas of need within the county. 2 sites within Morris Estates on Morris Drive and Foster Drive, 1 on Blue Hill Drive, and then Everett Road, sites 1 and 2, and then we did add a portion on Poplar Springs Road as a first change order. The project engineering and management was done by CTI Engineers, and the contractor was Baker Contracting. The original contract plus change order number 1 was $557,696, and the final change order adjusts the actual installed amount and time to add $1,553 in 20 days to the contract. Therefore, the final cost is $559,252.33, and the completion date as September 14th, 2018. The funding is through 2014 SPOS. I can let the board know that what we ran into was an issue on that final section on Springs Road. The Public Works Department requested some additional work to be done, and in turn, we had to install an extra junction box, and that is the amount of the change order. So, but the work is completed, it's all done. We have done a walkthrough on it, and everything meets staff approval.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
This was originally that we added that to the ditch washed out
Looks great. Looks great and is working great. It's actually been running a couple times. Sir?
We definitely have plenty of rain to test.
Absolutely.
We had a good rain protection, as far as I know, from them coming over to the,
I didn't hear any
I
complaints.
did not see no portion.
Everything's turned out great. So even some of the property owners that were complaining during the project, we've not heard anything from any of them either. So everybody seems pleased.
Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Carl, sorry, I jumped again.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have the approval of lease purchase agreements for two copying machines with Southern Duplicating of Chattanooga. The first one is for the colonnade. It's replacing black and white copier with a color copier, which will meet the needs of the colonnade for producing booklets and trifold finishing for the customers, and that will reduce the cost of having to outsource color copy brochures. The cost of that machine is will be 36 monthly installments of $196.71 with a purchase option of $1 after 36 payment. And the second copier is for the tax commissioner, and it's replacing a copier that was on contract. The 5-year lease has expired. Where the option was a fair market value purchase, we opted to replace that copier with a 36-month installment of $217.82 with a purchase option of $1 after 36 monthly payment. This would reduce the monthly cost by $7 a month, reduce the term by 24 months, and would produce a savings of $5,648.
So moved. Second. Glad we're replacing that colonnade copier at State Road.
It's been, we have not been able to get parts for it.
Colonnade copier is being held together like that. It literally is.
Yeah.
So this is
And
needed.
this will allow them to produce the brochures that they've been outsourced.
We're actually saving $5,000 on tax. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Now, Ribbon.
Yes. I'd like to report on the revenue for the local option sales tax and SPOS for the 12th month ending September. The cumulative loss receipts for the 12th month of the current fiscal year exceeded the budget $497,000, or 7.4%, and exceeded the same 12-month period actuals for prior year, $413,000, or 6%. The SPOS receipts for the 50th month of the 2014 SPOS cycle, collections were $41,139,000, or 82.3% of budget. SPOS receipts for the most recent 12 months exceeded the prior 12 months, $589,000, or 6.1%. The current month exceeded the same period prior year, $46,000, or 5.2%. I'd like to also, since putting this report out, we've collected the insurance premium tax for last year, and the amount collected was $3.3 million. It's up $286,000. 9.5% over prior year. And I might mention that This reduces the amount required to subsidize the fire department that we had budgeted. We budgeted a little over 600,000. This would reduce that subsidy by the $286,000.
Correct. Thank you, Carl. Ms. Vaughn, you've got a report first. Popular, you're first.
Y'all get to send me a lot tonight. First, let me say that I think it's a little bit unfair that I get to stand up here and give all the good news on the health clinic since I wasn't here when this started, but I do think this is a pretty amazing thing that Catoosa has this, and this is an amazing benefit to the employees. But Ann actually prepared this report. The Catoosa County Employee Clinic has been in operation since October the 2nd, 2017. The clinic operates with one medical assistant and one nurse practitioner and is available to the employees 20 hours per week. And those hours are 8 to 12, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then 2 to 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is awesome. In 1 year, the clinic has paid for itself, which is almost unheard of. The county's insurance premium was going to increase by 6% because we're not self-insured, so we buy insurance from an outside company. That 6% increase would have been an approximate $300,000 in cost, an increase in cost. However, due to the utilization of the clinic, we were able to provide documentation to United Healthcare. That's who we purchased our insurance from. And because we have the clinic, we were given a rate pass or a discount. That discount equaled about the cost of the clinic, so around $300,000. So basically it was a wash. So the clinic was able to pay for itself in the first year. The clinic has been able to diagnose several diseases before they became serious. And just some different examples of those would be they've diagnosed employees with hypertension. Those employees were able to be treated and stabilized. They diagnosed severe anemia and needed extensive workups for GI referrals. Some employees have been diagnosed with prediabetes and are being educated and followed up with for prevention purposes. Some patients have been diagnosed with thyroid disorders and are being treated. Also, some employees have had COPD and are now on inhalers. The clinic has had an early detection of cancer, pneumonia, and hyperglycemia. Clinic statistics from October the 2nd, 2017 to October 12th, 2018, so basically a year. Total number of office visits, 1,598. Total number of prescriptions dispensed, 980. Total number of labs taken, 521. And total number of doctor referrals, 90. And those things total the cost of around $300,000. I also want to point out that for every dollar that we spend on the clinic, we get that whole dollar. So that all goes to the employee's benefit. When we spend $1 on health insurance outside of the county, of course, the insurance company gets a profit off of that. So we lose about 25 cents for every dollar that we spend. So even though we save $300,000 on the insurance, it's really more like $375,000 due to that. So I think it's an amazing benefit to the employees, and I just want to thank the commissioners for having the insight to create the clinic. We need to hopefully our participation will continue to grow. So we broke even this year. Hopefully in years going forward, we'll actually see it, saving money for our insurance costs. Any questions?
One benefit also is for the patient, they're not having to go to.
That's right. We talked about that today.
And also
That's exactly
saying
right.
it's to the employees that it's the.
And the time.
And the prescriptions.
Right, and the time out of work, the employees' time out of work, so they're able to go to the clinic and get back to work, faster instead of taking half a day, to go to the doctor. And we all know that sometimes doctor's appointments can take a long time.
Just early detection.
Absolutely. I think it's a great benefit.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
number 1284-18, rezoning the tax map 45, parcel 11 from R1 to A1. The applicant, William Barnes, has requested his property located on Farrow Lane be rezoned from R1 to A1. The Planning Commission met regards to the case on September 25th, 2018, and approved the request 4-0. The rezoning does comply with the county comp plan. I'd also like to let the board know that there were several neighbors at the zoning meeting as well, and none of them had any issues with the rezoning whatsoever.
Anybody here against on this map? You don't want to, what are we all rezoning for? I know A1, but what are we going to do?
We'll build a building on the property. We're going to my mother-in-law, and we're going there, and I couldn't build that building without it going on my property, without,
For agricultural purposes, storage of equipment and stuff like that. So,
Y'all have any questions? All in favor of approval, say aye. Aye. Oh, wait, yeah.
Make a motion.
I'll second the motion. Halfway up?
That will be.
Sure. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Maybe we should clear that.
It links her to
The only new business we have any commissioner comments?
I'd just like to thank everybody for coming on. I want to recognize our state representative, Dwayne Hill, who's joining us tonight. So Dwayne, welcome. Glad to see you. So thank you all for coming.
I'd also like to welcome our new city manager, our county manager.
Thank you.
I know she was out her first time on some training that was previously done, and keep your thoughts and prayers for the people in Florida and Georgia and all the way up the coastline. I know we had several of our fellow commissioners that had to leave conference last week to go back to their counties and all the devastation. And one of my personal friends that is down on the coastline, he had his neighbors lost her granddaughter there 3 doors down from his house there. So keep our thoughts and prayers. It's going to be a long recovery. That's all.
I'd like to thank our juvenile service for being here and stuff, too, the job y'all do and stuff. I know it's hard and stuff, and y'all see a lot of stuff we don't see. Just thank you for the service y'all do there for us.
This time, we'll have a motion to go into executive session for legal personnel.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Cutler?
Yes.
Chairman Henry?
Yes.
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
We are in executive
They did.
That's where I grew up, right there. She goes to
session. I have a motion to come out of executive session.
So
I got it.
Second.
All in favor of coming